This is the Varsity Sports Show on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
Your home for youth, high school, college sports, and you. Empowering education and enabling dreams.
Hello, I'm Robert Diaz of the University of Florida, reporting for Varsity Sports Show on ESPN 92.5 and 97.5 FM. I've been studying journalism for 3 years, and I'm actually graduating this summer. I've enjoyed my time at the Varsity Sports Show. It's allowed me to be creative and express myself in ways I have not before. I'm looking forward to everything that I have coming ahead of me, pursuing a master's degree in sport management, which is where I really see myself. Hopefully working for a professional sports team on the business side of sports, maybe in community relations, game day operations. I don't really know. But overall, I do have a passion for sports, and I'm very happy to be able to express it here on this show. We're going to be having some great content from all the crew at Varsity Sports Show, so stay tuned to check it out. And now we go to Mark Buerger and his Houston Dash recap.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Buerger from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Let's recap the Houston Dash season so far during the 2024 NWSL season. The largest attendance for Houston came on March 23rd at Shell Energy Stadium versus Racing Louisville FC with 8,600 fans in a 0-0 draw. Their average attendance so far is 6,072 as of June 19th. Currently, their leading scorer is Diana Ordonez from Mexico with 4 goals on the season, while everyone else either has 1 goal or no goals. Their scoring has been very hard to come by with just 11 goals in just 13 matches played as of June 19th. But despite their lack of scoring this season, they aren't in that bad of a spot. They are currently 3, 4, and 6 with a -9 goal differential. So it could be worse, right? And based on the numbers we are seeing, it is clear that scoring is a glaring issue for Houston this season. But despite that, the Dash are not that far out of a playoff spot, just 2 points short of Racing Louisville FC for the final playoff spot as of June 19th. So it is clear that Houston has to do some damage to make the playoffs, but if they can just increase their scoring, I think they can make it. And scoring is a serious issue for the Dash, and if they can put up more draws and more goals to translate to wins, they could see the playoffs in their future. And on another note, national games have been happening too, which has been happening across all women's sports. We've seen Houston Dash games on ION and Amazon Prime. And I think this is a real good thing, especially for women's sports, because the NWSL is not the type of league that people want to watch right away, right? You're seeing the WNBA go up, we're seeing a lot of things go up, but not so much the NWSL. So I think by adding ION, which is also a popular channel in the WNBA, and Amazon Prime that is also recently joining the NWSL, I really do feel like this is going to bring more fans in. And going back to the attendance, I believe the attendance definitely has been low. The capacity for the stadium, I believe, is around 20,000 people. So it's definitely a low percentage. But I think, again, if you can get more people to watch these games, I really do think there's a huge possibility they can get more fans to their games. But I think another way they can get more fans is to score more goals. And I think if they can do that and score more goals and make these games more entertaining, I believe more fans will come to their games. Again, this is Mark Buerger from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
And now Thaddaeus Mitchell gives us his report on All-in-One Sports Camp.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Thaddaeus Mitchell, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show. Today, I have some exciting news. For any high school player aspiring to elevate their basketball career, a significant event is on the horizon in Texas. The number 2 ranked powerhouse, Langston University, will be returning to the All-in-One Sports Camp on June 26 at 6 p.m. This event promises to be a golden opportunity for athletes looking to make their mark and secure a future in college basketball. Head coach Chris Wright and assistant coach John Warren of Langston University will both be in attendance. These coaches bring with them a wealth of experience and success, having led their team to an impressive 66-5 record over the past 2 seasons and clinching the 2024 NAIA National Championship. Their presence alone is a testament to the camp's quality and the opportunities it can provide. All-in-One Sports is a renowned service dedicated to connecting high school players and transfer athletes with college opportunities. Over the past 4 years, they have successfully assisted more than 140 athletes in advancing their athletic careers. This camp could be the crucial platform you need to get noticed by college scouts and make a significant leap towards achieving your basketball dreams. In addition to Langston University, Seton Hill University, a Division II school, will also be present to scout for future players. Seton Hill had a notable run last season, making it to the PSOC tournament before a tough loss to Slippery Rock. Their scouting presence highlights the camp's prestige and the serious recruitment opportunities available. Moreover, Division I Paul Quinn University's head coach, James Stafford, will join the event. Stafford's impressive resume includes stints at Prairie View A&M University and Ranger College, where he has built a reputation for identifying and nurturing talent. His attendance underscores the camp's significance as a major recruitment event. If you are a high school basketball player in Houston or any city in Texas, this camp is an unparalleled opportunity to showcase your skills. With top-tier coaches from prestigious programs like Langston University, Seton Hill University, and Paul Quinn University in attendance, this event could be the stepping stone you need to secure a spot on a college basketball roster. Don't miss out on this chance to get your big break and make a lasting impression on these accomplished coaches. Again, I'm Thaddaeus Mitchell from Texas Southern University, and thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show.
And now Reilly Robertson is going to be reporting about the University of Houston football team's next season and what they have to look forward to.
This is Reilly Robertson from Arizona State reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. The University of Houston football team has a lot to look forward to this upcoming season. Their spring game, the first game under new head coach Willie Fritz, showed reasons for optimism. Starting quarterback Donovan Smith did not play due to the fact that he is recovering from shoulder surgery. Houston showed some defensive dominance throughout the spring game, partly due to their new defensive coordinator, Sheil Wood, brought from Tulane by head coach Fritz. A few other staff members were also brought over to Houston, which allowed the coaching staff to remain together and have continuity, allowing the defense to have such a standout performance. Some key players to watch next season are going to be running back Sergio Snyder, A.J. Halsey, and Jaden Emery. Sergio Snyder, the freshman running back, scored the offense's only touchdown in the first quarter. Junior defensive back A.J. Halsey was a standout in the spring game, with a key tackle in the third quarter and a key interception in the second half. Since Donovan Smith was injured, transfer Zion Chris started during the spring game. Although he was a notable pickup from the transfer portal, there were definitely some inconsistencies shown during the game, such as failing to produce a number of longer drives. With some in-game practice, he will be sure to improve. Houston fans are hopeful to see their newest draft pick, Patrick Paul, playing for the Miami Dolphins in the next few years. Paul was selected in the second round with the 55th overall pick by the Miami Dolphins. He was Houston's highest drafted offensive lineman in 3 decades. He received many accolades during his time in Houston, including earning All-American status and first-team All-Big 12 Conference in 2023. Cougar fans are definitely excited to see what Paul will be doing in the NFL. The Cougars are looking forward to their second season in the Big 12, getting to face some new and old faces. They kick off the season against UNLV in Houston on August 31st and see their first Big 12 opponent, the University of Cincinnati, in Cincinnati, Ohio, on September 21st. Finishing with a 4-8 record in the 2023 season, the Cougars are looking to improve that record, make a statement in the Big 12, and hopefully reach a bowl game this coming year. This is Reilly Robertson from Arizona State, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
And now my report on the University of Houston's basketball team and their recruiting in 2024. The University of Houston was able to earn a 1 seed in March Madness, overall stacked team, and I think they're coming back even better this year with a couple of studs that they added in the transfer portal. Go ahead and check it out. Hello, my name is Robert Diaz of the University of Florida, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. The University of Houston basketball team had a very impressive 2023-2024 season, finishing the season 32-5, including 15-3 in their conference, and being undefeated at home. They would earn the 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, but were bounced in the Sweet 16 by Duke. The University of Houston certainly had great pieces on their 2023-2024 team. However, their 2024 basketball recruits add a little bit of talent that could help push them over the edge. First of their recruits is Mercy Miller, out of Sherman Oaks, California, Notre Dame High School. The 93 rated combo guard is a great addition as he was ranked number 7 in the state of California, number 7 at his position, combo guard. In the nation, he's ranked number 51. Miller stands in at 6'4", 180 pounds. He will look to add a little bit of weight onto his frame, but should be able to do so in the University of Houston's excellent basketball program. Second is Chase McCarty, small forward, out of IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. The 91 rated 4-star prospect is ranked number 13 in the state and number 19 in his position. The 6'5" small forward looks to keep his success from high school going at the next level. The University of Houston was also able to collect a very big transfer in Milos Uzen, who transferred from OU to Houston and will have immediate eligibility. The 94 rated transfer is a 4-star in the transfer portal and looks to get a second opportunity in the University of Houston. Returning players include Juwan Roberts, Javier Francis, and LJ Cryer. These 3 impressive players are returning. Despite turning in great seasons, they decided to stay at Houston for another year to try and get it done in 2024-2025. Only time will tell if the added depth that Houston grabbed from high school as well as the transfer portal will translate into a deeper run into March Madness. Thank you for listening. I'm Robert Diaz with Varsity Sports Show.
ESPN 97.5.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Diaz. I'm a sports journalism major at the University of Florida. I am very excited to join the Varsity Sports Show. I intend to cover the NBA playoffs, but I'm open to covering any sport. I can't wait to share my expert analysis throughout the semester and hope to deliver a great listening experience.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
What's hot at Texas Star Grill Shop? Gosney Pizza Ovens. Imagine crafting restaurant-quality pizza, succulent steaks, and perfectly roasted vegetables right in your backyard. That's Gosney Pizza Ovens, built to commercial specs, ready for gas, wood, or charcoal. Forget the delivery pizza fees. Get a Gosney Pizza Oven and be your own pizza guy. Father's Day may be over, but the deal is still going on. Free delivery with Texas Star Grill Shop Father's Day sale that ends June 30th. Go to 975grills.com.
Hey guys, Joe Blake here for Allstate Windows and Siding. If you're looking to give your home a facelift, forget about painting or staining. Buy siding from Allstate Windows and Siding instead. Allstate has a huge selection of colors, and their product is energy efficient and impact resistant from the wind and the weather, like hurricane season can be. Call today at 832-204-1936. Ask about their $2,500 off a complete siding job. Visit allstatewindowsandsiding.com. Discounts are always available for senior citizens, military, and first responders. Get to Allstate Windows and Siding right now.
Brooks Bostler here, owner of BB's Tex Orleans, the home of Tex Orleans Cooking. Stop into one of our 12 Houston area locations for half-priced happy hour oysters, new seafood items, and our massive shrimp and crab bowls. And don't forget about the best stop boudin, literally the best boudin in the world. And we also have a full bar with lots of cold beer waiting for you. And in order to keep things spicy, we've turned to HRMP for all things human resource and payroll.
Let HRMP customize a plan for your business. Get started at hrp.net.
Joe George here. It's an exciting time in my life. My son just turned 3, Paul and I launched our show, and I just signed up for a gym membership at O Athletic in the Heights. O Athletic combines fitness, nutrition, and mindset, creating a community focused on helping you lead a healthy life. I'll have access to everything I need, 100 classes a week, more than that if I want them. Top-of-the-line recovery and equipment. I'll have a personal trainer as well. I'm getting healthy at O Athletic. Check them out at oathletic.com or O Athletic on Instagram.
Now back to the Varsity Sports Show with Vince DeLisio
on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
Time now for
I Want Winners
Coaching News.
All right, guys, welcome to the Coaches Spotlight. And today we are featuring Coach Lamont Robbins. He is the softball coach for the Heights High School Bulldogs. They won the district this year and have had a real successful run, particularly in coaches in the last 5 years, having gotten better every single year in the postseason. So, Coach Robbins, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, our routine with these interviews. There's no real routine, but what we've managed to do is we talk a little bit about history, the coach's history, how you got into this business, where you started and all of that. You've had a bit of an interesting route to get to where you are now, in that you were a head coach before this opportunity at Heights, the past 5 years, but it was at a different level. Where were you before?
Before I came to Heights, I was at Hamilton Middle School, which is a feeder of Heights, 6 blocks away. Heights is on 14th, Hamilton is on 20th. And some of my girls that are with me now, over the 5 years I've been at Heights, played with me at Hamilton, where we won the district middle school championship. We are one of the only districts in Houston that has middle school softball. And so we play middle school softball, and we won a championship there. And I had the opportunity to travel with them to the Heights, to Heights High School on the high school level, and I took the opportunity, and we've enjoyed the ride ever since.
Interesting. So that is an interesting story. So there's two things there I want to talk about. First of all, the experience coaching the middle school, but secondly, the fact that many of the girls that you had then, you have now, and how that how you've seen them grow and flourish, and some that have already moved on, of course, as well. So let's start with the former. What was the experience coaching middle school softball? Did you find that you had to be more technically sound? What was that about?
Yes, we had to do more fundamentals in middle school because some of the girls were playing select but had just started playing select, and even though they were playing select, a lot of the fundamentals weren't there. The proper way to place the glove when you throw the ball, the proper swing. Everybody's trying to swing for the fence, but we bring the technique to hitting the ball more consistently and fielding more consistently, throwing more consistently. And so more fundamentals were done in middle school. And when we come to high school, yes, fundamentals still need to be done, but a lot of the fundamentals are honed to being more of a proficient player once they get to high school.
Now, you've been around the game for a long time, and as you see other coaches, you know a lot of coaches out there, you get to, you go to clinics and camps and work in the off season, and so you run across these guys. Do you find that there are still some coaches out there? We're not going to name names. We're not going to point a finger at anybody, but do you still find that there are coaches that maybe because of their background, maybe having spent time at the collegiate level and now at the high school level, that maybe their focus isn't so much the fundamentals as a result, whereas you and coaches that you came up with started at a lower level where fundamentals had to be stressed?
Yes, I see some coaches, and of course we won't name names, more set on winning and more set on production in games, but don't realize that fundamentals is where your production in games come from. If you can perfect fundamentals and it becomes natural and the student athlete doesn't have to think, then they become a better oiled machine, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Because doing fundamentals over and over, it becomes muscle memory and reactionary, and they become a better athlete, and then the team becomes a better team because they know how to work together because they've all done fundamentals together.
As you look back over the course of the past 5 years, what would you say was a common theme each season of something that happened each year you can think back in your memory the past 5 years or some maybe there was one season where there was something that happened that was so enlightening that allowed you to build on and to have success based on that particular moment. Was there one particular thing?
Yes, and I would contribute that to mindset. When I first got to Heights, the mindset was, let's just make the playoffs and not really work hard to get in the playoffs and really do some damage. It was just, we're happy to make the playoffs. And so I came in and I changed the mindset to fundamentals, work hard, go for state. When I first came in and I mentioned, hey, I came here to win and we're going to work to win state, a couple of girls said, Coach, you scared us because you're talking too high. Your goals are set too high. But I didn't back down. I told them we're going to change that mindset to where we're going to set the bar high. And of course, everybody don't win state every year, but that's the bar we're going to set, and that's the goal we're going to work for. And we started working for that goal, and we changed the mindset of just getting in the playoffs. And now look where we are. We're in the playoffs and flourishing. We're in the fourth round, which has never been done at Heights High School in softball in 6A. And so the mindset has changed. The talent has gotten better with working fundamentals, and they've improved their skill. So you get these girls to work their skill with the mindset, these girls are dangerous.
Have you had a staff that has been with you the entire time, or one or two particular assistants? And if so, who are they?
Two assistants that have been with me the whole time is Jennifer Emling and Kevin Cheadle. They have been with me the whole time. Coach Castile came aboard last year when I lost my assistant to baseball, Coach Alfonso Reyna. He was with me all the way up until last year. He went to coach baseball at another high school. But two of them have been with me the whole ride.
Did they have are there skill sets that they excel in that complement your coaching style, or does everyone speak the same language?
That's one thing good about my assistants. We all speak the same thing. Yes, they follow my leadership, but we speak the same thing, and I'm not like a iron fist leader. They give me, their opinion. They give me helpful hints, and we incorporate it to help the whole. But usually we're on the same page, saying the same thing, same common goal, and we work well together. As you
think back and reflect on the past 5 years and then the time prior to that when you were the head coach at the middle school nearby, aside from mindset, what do you feel are things that consistently have been successful for you that you can point a finger to? And what are things that you wish, looking back, gosh, I wish I would have maybe done that a little bit differently because maybe the result would have been this?
Another thing I can contribute to is we're in better shape. When I got here, we worked out, but we wasn't in top shape. But we increased our workout to where now we're in top shape. Like if we had to play a back-to-back game, we're ready to go. There's not going to be a drop off. We're ready. Whereas when I first got here, my first full season year, second round of the playoffs, we played Katy High School back to back. And after that first game, we were kind of winded where Katy was standing there ready to go. And that struck me to like, hey, we got to get in shape. Mm-hmm. And so now we've increased our workout to where now if we have to play 3 games, we're good. We're good to go. We're ready. And so I think getting in shape, better shape, like we run a mile every day before practice.
Really?
We're in top shape. We're ready to go. So I think that's another contributing factor.
Joined on the line by Coach Lamont Robbins. He's the head softball coach at Heights High School, the Bulldogs, where they've been just that much more successful every single year, advancing an extra round in the playoffs each season that he's been there, and part of that secret sauce, the secret formula, is running a mile before practice. Coach, do the coaches also condition with the team?
No, sir.
Okay.
Those bitches are running a mile every day.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay. All right. Just need to check, see if there was an additional coaching tip you can give your peers out there. There's a lot of coaches that listen to this segment because they want to know. They want to sit in your seat. They want to know, what is it that this guy's doing that is helping his program become more successful. And the message that I'm getting is obviously keeping a team together. What about multi-sport athletes?
Yes, we have a few multi-sport athletes, but 90% of our team play softball only, and that's not my decision. That's totally up to them. I encourage multi-sport, but so those that do play multi-sports, we encourage it. We're fine with it. We work well with the other coaches to split their time where they can give their time to them and to us, and it works out at Heights.
Awesome. Coach Lamont Robbins, Heights High School, the Bulldogs, and coaching the softball team out there, having a wave of success, not just this year, but the past 5 years, and progressively getting better each season. Congratulations, Coach, on all the success that you've had. Enjoy the off season that awaits you, and we'll look forward to circling back with you. Thanks so much for your time here on the Varsity Sports Show.
ESPN 97.5.
Hi, y'all. My name is Reilly Robertson, and I am originally from Dallas, Texas. I'm currently attending Arizona State University, majoring in both sports journalism and sports business. I'm so incredibly excited to start this semester with the Varsity Sports Show. There are a plethora of sporting events to cover this summer, such as the Stanley Cup playoffs, the College World Series, and the Summer Olympics. With all of these events, the summer is definitely going to be a fun one.
Imagine the hospital experience. Scary surgeries, painful recoveries. Now imagine you're a child. This is why Starlight exists. Starlight programs help kids in the hospital cope. Because happiness matters. Visit starlight.org.
Most people are tired and worn down by the time they get to the mortgage part of a home purchase, so they don't properly shop their mortgage. That's when you should call Kent Jones at Dream Rate Mortgage. His mission is simple: educate and help borrowers save money. With 29 years of experience, Kent can get you a quick quote without an application or credit pull. Call or text Kent at Dream Rate at 713-520-LOAN. That's 713-520-5626, or visit 975loan.com.
Dream Rate Mortgage, LLC, NMLS number 2482473. J. Ken Jones, NMLS number 356118. Equal housing lender.
John Granato here with Dr. Kane Linville from 975hair.com. Doc, how long does the whole process take?
Yeah, the whole process takes, let's say we do 2,000 grafts. The whole process probably takes like a few hours. You come in, you're there, we'll maybe watch some TV, get the hairs taken out, and then eat lunch, put them back in. So it can take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, I would say, typically.
Do you need hair? I needed hair. I got hair from Dr. Kane Linville. You can too. 975hair.com, 975hair.com. You have a toilet? Do you have a sink? Do you have pipes in your house? Of course you do. Then put this number in your phone, 281-488-6238. That's Aqueduct Plumbing. John Granato here. At some point, you're going to need Aqueduct Plumbing. They're professional, affordable, and offer free estimates. I can't tell you how many times my buddies have asked me for that number. Don't be that guy. Be proactive. Be responsible. Be a hero to your family. Put Aqueduct Plumbing's number in your phone now, 281-488-6238. That's 281-488-6238.
More and more people are choosing Sinlawn for their yards. Branham here. Why Sinlawn? Because it enhances your family's lifestyle. Sinlawn grass makes your yard the place to be. Whether your kids are playing, your dogs are running around, you're working on your putting, or friends and family are hanging outside, Sinlawn makes it all better. Sinlawn, made in the USA and made to last. And the Sinlawn Texas team are absolute pros at installation. Learn more at 975sinlawn.com. That's 975synlawn.com.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show
on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
We are back. Thank you, Vince, for that great interview with Lamont Robbins. It's great to see a coach on the rise who strives to make his team better every day. Hearing his journey, starting off at the middle school level, should inspire everyone to trust the process and see where life takes you. I really enjoyed the nuance of the interview. talking about fundamentals and how they are taught in middle school and high school level is very, very important. I like the differences discussed between middle school and high school coaching. I think it is very interesting and can help those who may consider coaching as a possible career path. My father was a Little League coach, and I cherish this experience. I have discussed this as a formative experience for my continued love of sports. Coming up is the Vype Media Report.
It's time for the Vype Sports Report with Vype Media's Matt Malatesta on the Varsity Sports Show.
All right, guys, as you heard in the intro, it is time for the Vype Media Report with our old friend from Vype Media, Matt Malatesta. Matt, we've had a chance. You know, we've taken a couple of weeks off. Now we're back. And I'll tell you what, being in the dog days of summer, you would think that things would slow down, but they haven't. And what we talked about offline was maybe kind of building on your athletes of the year. And we could start it off with the boys, on the boys' side, with any sport, maybe a top 5. So how about we do that? How about we go from 5 to 1, and let's start with number 5, top boys' athletes of the year.
All right, so here we go. Damian McDaniel. Damian McDaniel is from a little school called Hitchcock High School, but it's a school that's completely gotten on the map with this really special senior and junior class, and Damian McDaniel is the straw that stirs the drink. He plays football and basketball. He was the MVP of the basketball team, which won the state tournament. They were the state champs in 3A. And in football, he's a highly recruited wide receiver coming out of Hitchcock, and he will be one of the prizes for the class of 2025. But, man, just superstar. And he also runs track. So, I mean, this guy can virtually do anything. Number 2 is Jaden Keys, another guy from track from Tompkins High School, who, man, he collected a ton of medals as it relates to the UIL Class 6A state track meet. Hurdler, jumper, the guy can do anything, uber athletic. Number 3 is Carson Gordon. Now, Carson Gordon is heading to the West Coast. He's going to UCLA to play football. He had a tremendous football season from Episcopal High. He set the record for the all-time national long triple jump record. Public, private, you could be in Alaska triple jumping. But he is from Episcopal High School right here in Houston. And then, yeah, you know, one of the guys that kind of broke the internet this year is Jelani Watkins. He's from Atascocita High School, had a really nice football season for them as a wide receiver. But he basically single-handedly won Atascocita a state championship in track at the Class 6A level. Just amazing, versatile track athlete. He's going to LSU to run track, but he's really going for football. But this guy is a special athlete, one of a kind. He's on the Mount Rushmore, let's call it, Mount Rushmore of all-time historic track athletes to come out of the greater Houston area. And then finally, DJ Lagway. What can you say? They had a Gatorade commercial on him the other day. I'm watching the NBA Finals, and out pops DJ Lagway from Willis High School. He was the number 1 quarterback in the country. He's already enrolled and on campus at University of Florida. He's already got his own Gatorade commercial. I'm like, come on, man. This guy's going to be a superstar quarterback at Florida. He's penciled in as a second-string guy right now, but watch out. This guy could be the guy for the future of the Florida Gator football team.
Okay, so you mentioned 3 of the 5 have already been either been committed to schools or are at those schools. The 2 that you did not, however, were Damian McDaniel out of Hitchcock and Jaden Keith out of Tompkins. Any commitments? Any schools that are real heavy on their list right now?
Well, Damian McDaniel's kind of be able to go wherever he wants. Jaden Keys is already committed. I'll have to think back where he's committed to, but he's a senior, and I think he is going to Arkansas for track and field. He's one of the most coveted track and field recruits in the Southwest, and he's just, he just had a tremendous season. But the track recruiting is a little weird. They're on kind of partial scholarships and things of that nature. But
sure,
coming out of Tompkins, man, this guy's legit.
Wow. Okay, so you highlighted football, track. Let's go to the girls' side. Your top 5.
Okay. Well, again, this gets equally as diverse in the world of sports, and we had some tremendous performances as it relates to the girls' side. But number 1 is Jayla Auguste. Jayla, she was on the U.S. national team for volleyball. She's out of Grand Oaks High School. She won a state championship in UIL volleyball. Houston never wins state championships for volleyball, and they won their first ever state title. She's also committed to Florida. We're gonna start her off. She's number 1. I mean, she is a tremendously gifted athlete that can jump out of the gym. She's gonna be a middle for the University of Florida for years to come, which is kind of cool. For the city of Houston, the number 1 athletes in Houston are both going to Florida. And the number 1 girl athlete last year went to Florida, and she was one of their starting pitchers. So University of Florida is recruiting the city of Houston very, very well. At number 2, we've got Justice Carlton. Justice, she was a little bit banged up this season, but she came off of an injury, an ACL injury off of the AAU season. She ends up pushing her team, 7 Lakes, to go deep into the playoffs, to the regional finals. She had a great season. She was the MVP of their district. She was also a McDonald's All-American. And she's going to the University of Texas. She's a great basketball player. And she's going to be, female sports are just going wild, as you know, from girls basketball to softball. But she's got that personality and kind of that look where she could be a big NIL player in years to come. Number 3 is Bailey Miner. Bailey Miner from a Fort Bend Christian Academy. She ran track and volleyball. I can't tell what she's better at. She's tremendous at both. She's just a junior. Her dad was in the Olympics for Baylor back in the day, Dion Miner, and her real sport is track and field, but she just kind of messed around with volleyball. Now she's a national recruit for volleyball. She's just a junior, going to be a senior next year. She's not committed yet just because she has so many options, let's say, but just a tremendous, really bouncy, fun kid as well. And number 4, Ella McDowell. We've got a podcast coming out in a couple of days with her. She's the number 3 overall softball player in the country from Foster High School. She's going to Arkansas. Are you ready? Vince, are you ready? She hit 25 home runs. She hit 700 as a hitter.
Wow.
She never struck out. She never struck out for the entire season. People would not pitch. They wouldn't throw to her because she's just that dynamic of an offensive threat. She's going to Arkansas from Foster. Ella McDowell, super cool kid also. And then finally, Mercy Freeman, small private school, Rose Hill Christian. Okay. She's not even going to play sports in college. She's going to Texas A&M just to be a student there. She was all state in basketball, volleyball, and track and field. She won a state championship in track and field. She's one of the most decorated private school athletes in the history of Texas. She's tremendous. And she's just like, hey, I'm just going to go be a student. And away she goes to Texas A&M. She's not even playing sports, but she was from a small school called Rose Hill Christian. And her trophy case over the 4 years is outrageous. She's probably got literally 20 gold medals for TAPS state champions.
Wow.
State championships. Yeah. Super. But, I mean, there's so many and the list goes on. We have 50 boys and 50 girls. Just because there's so much talent here, we have to make a fab 50 for each side, the boys and the girls.
You know, it almost doesn't seem fair that we had to pare it down to 10 total, 5 and 5, but there's only so much time that we can do that. We might have to do a whole show on this, but that is amazing. Matt Malatesta from Vype Media. Matt, we've got a lot of content, a lot of things coming up over the next few weeks. Hopefully you'll be available and we can pick your brain some more.
Hit me up anytime, man. Let's talk some high school sports and promote it here in Houston.
Coming up, we're going to have Pham and Nicholas Anderson both going over the 2 major Houston sports teams. We're going to have Pham giving an Astros overview rundown, looking at their season and their recent results and seeing how they can get better, possibly improve. And we're going to have Nick Anderson looking at the Houston Rockets and their mock draft for the upcoming season as the NBA draft draws near. The Houston Rockets certainly improved from 2023 to 2024. However, they were not able to make the playoffs in a stacked Western Conference. As some may know, the Rockets have a very good young team with young talent in Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green. We'll see how the draft is going to help add to that talent and hopefully create a playoff contender. Will he stay or will he go? Will Alperen Sengun get moved this offseason? One of the times that some have been speculating that he could get moved is on draft night to help the Houston Rockets move up in this draft. However, others are saying this is a very historically weak draft. The Houston Rockets are successfully rebuilding, and the city of Houston is ready to see the Rockets get back to their winning ways and see what their young talent will do. We'll just have to wait and see how the Rockets offseason shapes up. Don't go away. We got some hot topics left on our show.
ESPN 97.5.
We'll be right back after this break.
Hey everyone, I'm Thaddeus Mitchell from Ball Springs, Texas, and I am a senior studying radio, television, and film in the Martin Luther King School of Communications at Texas Southern University. I am very excited to join the Varsity Sports Show this summer, and I will be giving you quality news on basketball, football, baseball, and all other sports.
Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. This research leads to new treatments for patients right now. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
Joe George here. It's an exciting time in my life. My son just turned 3. Paul and I launched our show, and I just signed up for a gym membership at O Athletic in the Heights. O Athletic combines fitness, nutrition, and mindset, creating a community focused on helping you lead a healthy life. I'll have access to everything I need. 100 classes a week, more than that if I want them. Top-of-the-line recovery and equipment. I'll have a personal trainer as well. I'm getting healthy at O Athletic. Check them out at oathletic.com or O Athletic on Instagram.
Watch all the baseball action of your hometown team at J-Bar M, Ito's world-class barbecue and beer garden eating spot. One of Texas Monthly's top 25 restaurants, J-Bar M is serving up Texas-style brisket, house-made sausage, timeless barbecue buckets, and on Fridays and Saturdays, refresh yourself with $2 well drinks and buckets of beer for just $15. With 12 big-screen TVs, J-Bar M is a great place to watch every pitch and cheer every run. Visit jbarmbbq.com and follow on social at jbarmbbq.
Howdy, Ags. Bucky Richardson here from my friends at HR&P, a proud partner of Texas A&M Athletics. Winning 2 Southwest Conference championships required protection up front and a wrecking crew defense. And that's what HR&P provides for Aggie-owned businesses. HR&P protects and defends Aggie businesses from the burdens of HR compliance, benefits administration, and payroll. If you're an Aggie-owned business, let HR&P customize a plan for you.
Visit hrp.net/AGS. That's hrp.net/AGS today.
Hi, this is Sean with Greenlight Offer, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, I'm your guy. Call me at 832-779-4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 3 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location in the Houston area. I'm a local real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars repairs? That's fantastic, because I love buying junk houses too. Skip all the hassle and headache of listing, dealing with agents, showings, and who knows what else. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, give me a call today. Sean at Greenlight Offer, buying houses. Call me at 832-779-4000. That's 832-779-4000. Call for Sean with Greenlight Offer, and I'll get your Greenlight number on your house today. Woo!
John Granado here for Artisan Grange. If you dip, do yourself a favor. Try Artisan Grange Hemp Dip. Artisan Grange Dip doesn't use tobacco or nicotine, only CBD. I don't dip, but a lot of my friends do. I'm trying to get them on Artisan Grange. The Canstead and Dew Blend provide healthier ways to dip. Dew Blend has a more traditional dip flavor. Canstead delivers an earthly, refreshing flavor. You can get Artisan Grange Hemp Dip at select CBD American Shaman locations or online at 975dip.com. That's 975dip.com.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show
on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5.
We are back. Hello, I'm Robert Diaz of the University of Florida, reporting for Varsity Sports Show on ESPN 92.5 and 97.5 FM. Houston, we're coming back strong with Nick Anderson's Houston mock draft. Who will the Rockets pick? Will they trade up? Will they trade down? What will they do? Let's figure it out right now.
This is Nicholas Anderson from the Hanks Greenspun School of Journalism at UNLV, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. We are just a couple days away from the 2024 NBA Draft, and there are headlines and storylines forming that can completely rewrite history in this year's draft. The 2024 NBA Draft is notable for its depth and diversity of talent, though there is a lack of a clear-cut top prospect like last year's Victor Wembanyama in the previous draft. This year's draft is shaping up to be an exciting event with a mix of promising prospects from both the collegiate level and the G League Ignite program. For the local Houston Rockets, Houston is coming off a 41-41 season and finishing 11th in a loaded Western Conference. This is a great sign under new head coach Ime Udoka. The Rockets have shown more cohesion and competitiveness compared to the previous seasons. The development of recent draft picks and strategic gameplay adjustments have instilled optimism amongst fans and analysts about the team's future prospects. Last offseason, the Rockets added 2 veterans in Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet in free agency, alongside their young core to help the team take a 19-win jump. Key players like Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. have continued to develop, while new additions have prospered both offensively and defensively. They also added Amen Thompson, who was a top 5 pick in last year's draft. The Rockets hold the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft, and with the amount of star power on the board, the Rockets are destined to find a superstar early in this year's draft. One draft prospect that sticks out is Donovan Clingan, a star center out of UConn. Clingan is known for his size, defense, and rebounding abilities, which could provide a strong presence in the paint for Houston. Clingan's defense is arguably the most significant asset. He excels in shot blocking using his 7'4" height and wingspan to alter or reject shots consistently. His work ethic and ability to learn suggest that he could continue to develop into a more complete player as he transitions into the NBA. Clingan also knows what it takes to win, as he is coming off back-to-back national championships with UConn. The Rockets also eyed Clingan's teammate Stephon Castle. Castle, who is a big versatile guard who is capable of facilitating an offense or playing off the ball. He has shown a knack for navigating screens and disrupting opposing offenses with his active hands and awareness. His three-point shot still needs a lot of work, but Castle's significant contributions to college basketball's top squad as a freshman were an encouraging sign of things to come. Finally, Matas Buzelis, a lengthy point forward out of the G League Ignite program, also sparks interest for Houston. Buzelis excels as a slasher and playmaker, possessing a smooth handle for his size that allows him to create off the dribble and navigate through defenses effectively. He also possesses a reliable touch around the basket and a developing three-point shot, which he can hit off the catch or dribble. There's a lot of firepower lined up for Houston in this year's draft. It could be a goldmine if everything pans out for Houston as the Rockets continue to make strides towards a championship. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Nicholas Anderson.
Great segment by Nick. Thank you for that. Overall, I see the Houston Rockets' future as very, very, very bright. I think that they have very good young players, and I think whoever they draft will be a great complement to the team they have right now. Whatever they do on draft night, I see a very, very bright future for the Rockets. And now we're on to Pham and the Houston Astros. I personally have a little bit of history if you listen to the previous show talking about the Houston Astros with Bobby Ramos. That was one of the best experiences I've had on this internship, being able to talk to Bobby Ramos through a connection, through a friend. It was a very, very good interview, and it's one of my first times being able to talk to a major league player in depth, a former major league player, former scout, former bench coach, all of that. Overall, was such a great experience, and I thank this internship for motivating me to get that interview and be able to get such great depth and be able to put it on this medium. So without further ado, let's get to Max.
I'm Pham from San Diego State, reporting for Varsity Sports Show. Let's go to the MLB and check in on the Houston Astros. The Astros are currently 34-40. They're second in the AL West division. trailing the Seattle Mariners by 9 games. Starting pitcher Ronel Blanco leads the Astros with 7 earned wins and is second on the team in strikeouts with 75 of them. Despite having a win-loss record of 3-5, starting pitcher Hunter Brown has recorded 76 strikeouts to lead the Astros. Veteran second baseman Jose Altuve leads the Astros in hits with 89 and runs with 42 on the year. Right fielder Kyle Tucker has 19 home runs, good for 5th across the entire Major Baseball League. He also has 40 RBIs to lead the Astros. Starting pitcher Justin Verlander was placed on the 15-day injury list this past Tuesday due to discomfort in his neck. The 41-year-old veteran tried to play through injury, but there was no comfort in his neck. There was no improvement of comfort in his neck. Astros manager Joe Espada adjusted Verlander's injury before Houston's recent 2-0 loss to the Chicago White Sox and said, "He just wasn't feeling it well enough to start playing catch. So he just needs some more time to get over this." Espada also said that there was no further plans of getting tests for Verlander in his neck. He said, "We're just going to give him some time with no throw and see if we can get some of that neck discomfort and stiffness out of there before he starts throwing again." Verlander is 3-2 with a 3.95 ERA in 10 starts of the season. Verlander is not the only pitcher that has been injured for Houston. Christian Javier and Jose Ugarte both had Tommy John surgery this month. Lance McCullers Jr., who last played in 2022, and Luis Garcia, who played 6 games last season, could return after the All-Star break after missing time due to recovery process from major operations. The Astros will wrap up their series at home against the Baltimore Orioles, and then they will stay at home to host Colorado in a short 2-game series. After Colorado, they will have 3 consecutive series on the road, starting with the top team in the American League, the New York Yankees. I'm Pham from San Diego State, reporting for Varsity Sports Show.
Great stuff, Mac. Thank you so much for that report. This is what this internship's all about, getting high quality reporting done and getting it into this great medium of radio, and that's exactly what was done. And now Douglas Santos is going to give us the lowdown on the Houston Dynamo MLS team. Me being from Miami, I'm a huge Inter Miami fan, was a fan, intern there before Messi, always have loved the team. That's what first got me into football or soccer, as we like to call it in America. And ever since then, I've been in love with the game, reporting on Copa America with Varsity Sports Show, and just overall growing my love for the game to such a popular global game. I think it's been very beneficial to my sports career.
Good morning. I'm Douglas Santo from the Cronkite School of Journalism at ASU, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Texas is home to 3 teams that play in Major League Soccer. The 3 MLS teams in Texas are Dallas FC, Austin FC, and the Houston Dynamo. The Houston Dynamo stem from the San Jose Clash in the original 10 MLS teams in its inaugural season in 1996. In 2000, the Clash would rebrand to become the San Jose Earthquakes, which moved to Houston in 2006 to become the Houston Dynamo. The San Jose Earthquakes would later resurface 2 years later in 2008 to become the 14th team and create an Eastern and Western Conference, each with 7 teams. The Dynamo have won the MLS Cup twice, doing so in back-to-back seasons in 2006 and 2007. They have also won the U.S. Open Cup twice, first in 2018 and then last year in 2023. The Dynamo have made the playoffs in 9 of their 18 years of existence. However, 7 of those playoff berths came in their first 8 seasons. Houston's football club has only made the playoffs twice in the last 10 years, but the Dynamo went to the conference finals last season. The Dynamo sat in 7th place in the Western Conference coming into this weekend. The top 7 teams in each conference make the playoffs, and the 8 and 9 seeds in each conference play a wildcard game for the final playoff spot. The Dynamo came into the weekend at 6-6-6, 6 wins, 6 ties, and 6 losses, and had drawn in each of their last 3 games.
Despite the mediocre record, the Dynamo have played really well this season. They've just struggled to hold leads. They've scored first in 4 of their 6 ties, but haven't been able to hold that lead for 90 minutes. The Dynamo have now played 19 games this season and have 15 to go, just over halfway through the season. 10 of their final 15 opponents are currently above them in the standings, including 4 games against the top 2 teams in their Western Conference. If the Dynamo are going to hold on to the final playoff spot through the second half of the season, they will have to earn it. Earlier this week, the Dynamo took a first-half 2-0 lead over the Seattle Sounders on Wednesday night, but the Sounders responded with 2 goals of their own in a 6-minute span in the second half, and the game ended in a draw. Latif Blessing scored both goals for the Dynamo off of 2 beautiful crosses from Amin Bassi and Ibrahim Aliou. Blessing almost had a hat-trick less than a minute before the Sounders scored their first goal, but Seattle's goalie got a mitt on the ball to deflect it away from Blessing. Coming into the weekend, Blessing had scored 5 goals in his last 5 games and led the team in that category. Blessing and the Dynamo played DC United last night and will continue their season next Saturday, June 29th against Charlotte FC. You can follow the Houston Dynamo on Apple TV through the MLS Season Pass. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Douglas Santo.
And that's the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Robert Diaz of the University of Florida, reporting for Varsity Sports Show on ESPN 92.5 and 97.5 FM. Houston, thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
ESPN 97.5 and ESPN 92.5. Real fun sports.
Hello everyone, my name is Douglas Santo, and I am a sports journalism major at the Cronkite School at ASU. I am extremely excited to work with the varsity sports team this summer and bring you upbeat and informative sports stories. With the MLB in full swing, the NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs in motion, the Olympics later this summer, and the WNBA underway in the Caitlin Clark era, this summer will be a blast.